Hey, this is Joe with Wedding Filmmaker Mastery, and I'm here with Jacob. He's been in our program for about 2 years now. He has shadowed Alex multiple times for destination weddings. How are you, Jacob?
I'm doing great. Thanks for calling, Joe. I'm excited to kind of talk about my experience of working with Alex the past couple of years.
Okay, well, great, and we'll like to hear more about that. I have some questions for you, and our first question is, what were specific challenges you faced with your business before working with Alex?
Yeah, so before working with Alex, I had not really shot weddings on a professional level, at least not very much. All I had done was just a little bit of shadowing, a little bit of second shooting. And really meeting Alex, I was like, this is something that I can actually turn into a business. So through kind of his mentorship, learning from him, I did a bit of editing for him, a little shooting, and just kind of getting to know him and talking to him. And through his mentorship, he taught me some of the strings and how to really get the business going and how to, start something profitable.
Cool. Okay, so it's really like you just had a challenge of trying to grow your business. Really?
Yeah, I was pretty new, and so essentially I just really needed to learn how to book clients just to start, and then how to create a product that people are willing to pay for.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. And working with Alex after all of this, like what results have you gotten from learning with Alex or from Alex?
Yeah, so right now I'm still a college student, but I've kind of turned wedding filmmaking into a full-time career at this point, which is crazy. I've been able to kind of build a business where I've been able to make a really nice income, and I've been booking a lot of weddings and a lot of projects in general.
Well, good for you. Yeah, and I know that so you say you're doing this full-time now?
Yeah, essentially. I'm still a full-time student, so I'm working through school, but really, wedding filmmaking has kind of become like a full-time gig for me. Like,
sure.
Yeah, and once I finish school, I want to keep going with that and keep continuing growing the business.
Okay. Well, good to hear. And how long did it take you to get these results?
Really, it's been a process over the 2 years. I just kind of continually keep growing in my results. But I will say, probably about a year into it is when I really started to see big results. It took me that kind of time to just learn. There's just some things some hurdles you go over when just starting a business in general, and you have to build clients, you have to kind of work your way up to be able to charge a certain amount or what you want to be able to charge. So I would say about that year mark is when I really started to kind of see myself grow and really turn it into a full-time career. But yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, and it was awesome to hear. Like, I know a lot of things can happen in a year, and now you're doing this full-time for yourself, and which is great. Not a lot of people can do that. So and good job for you for doing that. Yeah, so after this, what was your single greatest takeaway from learning from Alex?
Really, I learned a ton from his marketing, a lot of things that he just does as far as, handling his clients and just making sure that they're getting a product with great value and they see that value. I learned a ton from that. I also learned I feel like the clients that he books is kind of where I want to be as well. Clients that value video, clients that really, they're willing to pay, the cost that the price you want to be making to get a great quality wedding film. And he it's not about necessarily taking on every job, but just marketing to the right people. And I don't know. Yeah, I've learned a ton. That's just one thing, but even
sure.
As far as shooting, editing, I've learned so much through that, countless things. But I think recently I've been taking a ton from his marketing.
That's awesome. Excuse me. So I know you recently traveled to Thailand with with Alex and shadowed him. What exactly do you like most about working with Alex?
Yeah, I think Alex is a great guy. He's super fun. He's very energetic and just a good guy to know. So I enjoy just working with him because he has a good personality, and I just think he's a great guy. But yeah, I will say when I'm on the job with him, I am constantly learning, just because he does things that I don't necessarily or wouldn't think of if I was in that situation, and it just kind of teaches me, okay, that's something to be looking out for, and just kind of watching the way he works. I get a ton from just seeing that.
Well, good. So it's more about like the hands-on experience, the creativity that he's sharing with you, pretty much.
Yeah, definitely. He does. Even like while we're at the wedding, he'll be telling me, like, as he's doing something, he's like, here's why I'm doing it, and just kind of explain it. And I find that really helpful too. You know, he does like he not only does it, but he makes sure, you know, if I'm trying to learn something, like he's willing to like be like, this is why we do that, or if I have a question about something. So it's really helpful.
Yeah, and that makes total sense, because not only don't you just want to do the work that he does, but knowing why, so then you can do it for yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know you went through a program. What advice can you give to others who might be considering our program?
Yeah, definitely. So if you're considering the program, I would definitely tell you to join. It's not going to be a bad decision. You're not going to regret it. Really, I will say the biggest piece of advice I have, if you are considering, is just go into it knowing that it is a little bit of a process. You will have to go through some time where you're, you know, not making or getting the huge weddings or getting a ton of money. You know, you kind of have to build up to that point, but if you stick with it, this program will really teach you how to get there. But you do have to be willing to stick to it and, you know, utilize the program for all that it has to value. You know, Alex, he'll tell you anything. He's not going to hold back any secrets, but sometimes it does take just asking. But yeah, it's a great program.
Well, it's awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear, you know, that you in a year from where you were before then and now after taking the program, you're doing this full time and you're doing this successfully. I know you're continually learning, but it's so great to hear that you can vouch for our program and hear where you are right now. With your business. So I'm really happy to hear that. Well, thanks for sharing that advice that for others, people who are considering. But let me ask you one last question. Any final thoughts that you'd like to share about Alexander Ma or Wedding Filmmaker Mastery?
I would just like to, I mean, man. Where was I going with that? I'm okay.
Yeah, just any final thoughts you'd like to share, like any gold nuggets or something that you know, just something about either Alex or the program itself. Any final thoughts?
I mean, like I said, definitely recommend it. Definitely, if you're considering going into this field, this is a great program for that. If you're starting out, this is really essential. Like, it's really essential to have a mentor and to, you know, be led by someone. If you're going to go out and do it on your own, like, you're going to run into so many problems and you're not going to know what to do. So it's good to have someone that's, you know, gone through some of that, someone that you can reach out to for help. That's going to be your best way to find success in the industry. So Wedding Filmmaker Mastery is a great way to, you know, have that mentorship.
Well, awesome, man. I appreciate your time, and I know this is going to help many people who are considering the program, and we really appreciate your time just helping out and answering some questions.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Anytime.
Yeah. Well, and that's it for this interview. Thank you again, Jacob, for your time, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Joe, and I'm signing out.
Peace.